Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning, Hazel. Good morning, Alfredo.
Morning.
How you doing, guys?
Hi. What about you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. And well, I hope you are ready for the presentation too. I guess Luis has problem to enter again because it says entering and then disconnected for Luis, but I don't know why. Well,
Teacher, good morning.
good morning, Carla. How are
I'm
you?
fine. Eh,
Ready?
tengo una duda, teacher. Estaba revisando
Yes.
mis notas y aparece que me hacen falta unas, pero según mi récord, todo lo tengo subido y entregado.
¿A dónde vio las notas?
En la página,
¿En la carpeta donde dice notas o usted se fue a ver sus notas?
no, en la carpeta donde dice las notas. Ujú.
Lo que pasa es que yo con las notas, por ejemplo, digamos sábado o domingo. Entonces, si la semana pasada, sábado y domingo, aún no había completado algunas actividades, por eso no le aparece la nota todavía, ¿verdad?
Pero me hace falta nota de la primera semana. Y si me aparecen notas del resto.
Vaya, se lo voy a revisar entonces porque a lo mejor no se lo reconoció al momento que lo envió o algo. Creo que algo así le había pasado no me acuerdo si fue a Jordi una vez anterior. Entonces, siempre tienen que fijarse que ya les aparezca como enviado, ¿verdad?
Ajá, y sí, igual ya verifiqué y me sale, por ejemplo, la entrega de ejercicios, me sale el resubmit, como diciendo ya lo había subido, hay que volverlo a hacer. Ajá.
Vaya, se lo voy a revisar entonces para ver en qué está el detalle. Si no, me lo va a enviar así por correo o por WhatsApp
O-
para podérselo revisar.
Ok.
Bueno. Morning, Natalie.
Good morning.
How are you doing, Natalie?
Fine.
All right, good. Now let's start with attendance before your presentations. I just want, can you tell Luis, please, on the WhatsApp group to start again? Because I'm just clicking on accepting him, but I guess he has problem to get connected because it gets like entering and then disconnected, entering, disconnected. Okay, so the attendance. Here we go. First one, Isaac Aguillon. It's not here. Hazael.
Present.
Good. Rodrigo is not here right now. Carlos Asensio is not here. Osvaldo is not here. Alfredo.
Present.
Good. Herman is from Insafort. Elizabeth is not here. Jordi.
Present.
Good. Winston is not here. Nathaniel.
Present.
Francisco is not here. Renee is not here. Luis is not here right now, but in some seconds. Roxana is not here right now. Karen is not here right now. Oscar is not here right now. Raul is not here right now. Jaime. And Jaime. Jaime is usually the second one. Well, we are going to wait for him. Carla.
Present.
Good. Walter is not here right now. Maybe later. Michelle is not here. Candy is not here. And Brian is not here. So, Luis, good morning.
Good morning. I have a problem with the connection. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I was clicking on entering because you were at 6 a.m. Well, before 6 a.m. So I was clicking over
Yeah.
there and it always appeared like connecting and then disconnected.
Yeah, many times.
Are you using the same computer?
Yes, yes.
So it's
I don't
weird.
know why.
It's weird. Okay, let's see. Luis is there, and the other person that is there is Jaime. All right. So that's good. Now, before starting with the presentations, I just want to mention two things. First of all, thank you for being early, and I had to give you news today. The thing is that yesterday at around 11 or 10 p.m., I don't remember exactly, but Jessica, that is the person in charge of Insafor, told me that some students are like getting too many days absent. So that is not good. And that is not the only thing. The other thing is that some students are getting minutes. And what does it mean? Probably someone gets to classes like 6:45, 7 every day. And that person doesn't miss any class. But if that person enters at 6:40, 6:50, 7, the minutes are accumulated. And how do they know about the minutes? Because this program has a report. When you go to the settings of this application or this program, there is a section that says reports. When you click in reports, it says users, and then you get a list of the people who enter to the group the minute that they started and the minute that they finished. So at the end, they add up all the minutes, and you need to have, I will tell you, because I received it yesterday. You need to have 2,400 minutes to say that you were in every class. But if not, they start reducing that amount of minutes that you have. And at the end, some students are going to have like 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, or 7 days, depending on the minutes that you're missing. So if you are in class early, I guess you're not going to have any problem. But if someone is connecting like at 6:40, 6:45, I guess from human resources they will send you the report, because that happened to someone uh, the week before. So we didn't know why, if that person was in class every day, but at the end it is because they adapt the minutes. I told you last time that it was like probably you could enter at 6:40 and nothing happened, but now I think that they are considering like the limit in minutes, not in days. So it is a little bit different. Try to be early. Well, all of you, the ones that are here right now, you're always early, but I hope the rest of people watch the video later, or maybe you can remind me before we finish classes, so that they can be aware of what can happen. Yes. Now, that was the first thing. Second thing about the presentation. So the presentation is easy. As I was saying yesterday, the only thing that you have to do is to describe your experience buying a product. That experience can be positive or negative. You will describe that experience with details. So it means that you need to give a lot of information uh, about the way that you got to the store, how the service was, the characteristics of the product that you bought, what the problem was, how you thought about returning to the store or about getting that price that you had in the product. So different things. So at the end, you can have 3 minutes or more. Yes. And you can use a PowerPoint presentation to remind you what you have to say. So that PowerPoint presentation has to be with pictures, because if you write text, it's like if you are reading, so you don't have to read. It's only to explain or to tell us about that situation. Yes? So, volunteer, who wants to be the first one?
Me,
I
teacher.
am teacher. Right. No, for sorry, it's not wrong.
Okay,
And I second.
okay, so
And I can be the
Carla,
second.
Carla first and Roxana second. Good. Okay, just one little thing before I forget. Remember that the story is in the past. Yes? But
Yes, teacher.
also,
I
but
try.
also you can use some details that probably will be in the present,
Uh-huh.
because if you're saying on that day that product was $40, but I went the following week and I found that it was 300, and I guess today the price is 600. So I bought a good product in a cheap price. So maybe you can combine those things when you want to make reference or compare situations. And also, if you want to describe something that was happening, you can use past continuous. It was a rainy day, so I was watching TV when suddenly I saw an advertisement that said that this, and this, and this, and this. So maybe in that case you can use it. Good. So on the chat you're
Pick a number.
ranking, I guess. So the third one will be Alfredo, then the fourth one will be Jaime, the fifth one will be Michelle, and so on. Okay, so let's start with Carla. You can also project.
Okay. Good morning. I I want to um I want to say my history. The last week, I I think I thinking I was think I needed to buy a new sport shoes. Um, I wanted to buy online, but the problem for me, uh, if I I uh, how do you say pedir?
Ask for.
Uh, ask for,
Yes.
okay? Maybe my shoes. Uh, I get 2 or 3 weeks, and I had a problem. My old shoes had what was a broken, and I try to do exercise always, uh, always in the days in a week. And the last week, I I prefer to go buy to go uh, visit the mall, and I went to Sportline, and the I found my shoes. My shoes was uh, color pink color, and I paid uh, 50 $50 for them. And after, I I feel better because I had a new shoes, and my family, when saw my new shoes, they say, hey, very good, very is is beautiful, are beautiful. Um, After uh, I I went to run uh, for 10 kilometers, and my experience was was very bad because my feet and my knees, I felt a pain, a pain, and for me is very is experience very bad because I thought my shoes was a comfortable, and maybe I how do you say probar?
Try it on.
Try it. Maybe I tried on in other floor because when I tried it on in Sportland, the floor is was a carpet. And well, this is my story.
Good, Karna. Thank you. Let's give it up for Karna. Good job. So, just little things, Karna. The first one is, well, and this one is something that I forgot to mention yesterday because some of you were using the same word when you were practicing. There is a difference when you say history and story. So, history is like Hitler, like the civil war in El Salvador, that is related to history. And story is like something that you're going to tell people that you experienced, but it's not like information that you will find that is relevant for many people or for the country. Because if that information is relevant for the country or for the world, that is history. Yes.
Okay,
So, for example, when Monsignor Romero was killed, that is part of the history.
okay,
When, let's see, the first president in El Salvador was elected, so that is part of the history because there is like a record and people will remember that information for years. So that is history. And story is just something that you experience.
it's story,
Story, yes?
The
story.
story.
Okay,
Good. Then you said my shoes were broken, but your shoes cannot be broken. Broken is like quebrado, yes? For example, my cell phone can be broken. My cell phone, my computer can be broken. A glass can be broken. But your shoes, in that case, I guess they were torn. And this is the word. I will send it to you. It can be torn or ripped. Torn or ripped. That is like roto, torn or ripped. Then you said, I feel better because I had a new shoes. So in that case,
it's
it is, I felt in the past, I felt better because I had new shoes. No, because means one. And you had two, right? Two shoes. So I had new shoes. I had new shoes, or probably I had a new pair of shoes. A new pair of shoes could be. Then you say beautiful when you were talking about the shoes. It's beautiful. And
Yeah,
probably
teacher.
to be they're beautiful. Good morning. They're beautiful. And the last one, you said that experience very bad. It was experienced very bad, you said, and it has to be. It was a very bad experience. Yes. So it is just the order, but all the story was interesting, and I guess something similar happened to me, but when I was a kid, something similar, super similar. But I didn't go running. It was just in my house. So I guess that I don't remember if I was like 6 or 7 years old, but I almost cried. I almost cried. And I remember because I was about to go to a party. So those shoes were new. And I remember that I went to the shoe store and all of them were beautiful, but I selected one of them. My mom told me not to buy those, and then I was like, yes, I want to buy them. And then they got turned when I was at home. I was almost leaving, so it was a mess. Okay, so good job, Carla. Now, second person, Roxana. Thank you.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. My store. That is correct. It's store.
Story, like toys.
Story. Okay, my story is in Black Friday. All week I saw a commercial and some posts about Black Friday. So I was waiting for Friday to come. And because I want to buy a grill to my sister for her new house. So I hope that EPA had a discount on Friday. And because in EPA sale a beautiful grill, so I waited. And well, Black Friday came, and I excited. In the morning after my English class, I review the EPA page.
Is it me or I can hear what she's saying?
Yes, I can hear you.
You
I
freeze.
can hear you.
Okay. So let's wait for her. So she had problem with connection. Well, sometimes we have problem with connection, maybe because we don't realize about things. For example, in my case, I don't know why, but I started feeling that in let's say three or
Hi, teacher. Sorry,
no problem, no problem.
it's because I share my camera, so the internet is very bad.
Okay,
But I try again.
okay.
I don't know.
What I was saying is this: that sometimes we don't check like the speed, so try to check the speed test because sometimes you are paying for
Yes.
receive less, and that for real that happened to me. So I guess like 2 weeks ago or 1 week, I started to feel that the speed was different because I upload videos on YouTube every day and I have to upload like 8 hours of videos. So Suddenly I started feeling that it was low, like to upload a video 2 hours and 40 minutes, and in the past it was like probably maximum 2 hours. So I said it's weird. Then sometimes I was doing something and I started to see a message. So I said it's weird. So I tested it and it was low. So then I said, okay, no problem. Like 2 days later, again, it was lower and then lower, lower, lower. And I hardly ever use the fixed home, the fixed phone, the telephone that I have at home. But on that day, I said that it was a good idea to call. But when we checked the phone, it didn't work. It didn't work. You wanted to call and then nothing happened. So I called a company from another telephone and they answered and they said, no, we are working on that area. We are having some troubles, but we are working on that. And then I said, okay. Like 2 days later, the same situation. And I called again. They said, no, we are working. We are going to fix that problem today. Okay, the second one. And yesterday, uh, something funny happened. We tried to call that number that is for the fixed number, and another person answered. So I was kind of angry. So I had to call again. And then I said, hey, listen, this thing is happening. The internet is not the speed that I'm paying for. And I don't have a fixed number because when I called another person answered, they didn't believe it. So they called the number that they have over there in the system, and another person answered and then said, okay, so we are going to call the central department, I guess, or something like that. And they called and they said, yes, they have like low speed and the number is assigned to another person. So the thing is that they had like a mistake in the information and like that. So that's why they downgraded the speed. So if you can do that, try to do it because you need to make sure that you're receiving what you are paying. So in my case, the internet, let's say that is good, but I don't have the speed that I need or that I'm paying for. So
Teacher,
supposedly they are coming this week, supposedly.
which which company is your provider?
Claro.
Yes, that is
Ah,
the
Ah,
problem, teacher.
yeah,
Yeah.
because
this
my
is the
job
problem.
is
It's
about
the
all
reason.
you can explain in this moment.
It's the
Really.
reason, teacher.
Yes, I am the chief of the network.
You need to change, teacher.
Yes.
All,
I
I
am
all of
Claro
the
too.
Yes, I think so. But in my case, this is like the first time that that situation happens. It's weird. But I
Yeah.
think, I don't know, I guess you know better than me, but I suppose that it might be that there is like a box where you connect like cables that go to houses. I think, I don't know. But I think that you connect cable that goes to houses and probably one of those cables is connected to another house and maybe the person that that is supposed to have uh, his service or her service is having my service and I'm getting the service of another person. I
Okay.
think maybe my phone number is from another house, so I don't know right now, but I think that that might happen. So if
The
that,
bill of this
excuse,
month is probably is low.
yes, yes. So I think that I have to pay less.
well, but
Try
you
to,
know the problem. You change the, you need to change the company.
yeah, I think
Yes,
that I
teacher.
have to do it.
Yes,
We are the best.
Good, good. I will try.
we
Good.
need to talk.
Okay, good. So that's something that happened to me. So maybe if you have Claro, just try to check that so that you can make sure that you're receiving the service that you're paying for. So now let's listen to Roxana.
Okay, let's start again.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my story is about Black Friday. All week, I saw commercials and some posts about about Black Friday. So I was waiting for Friday to come. I because I want to buy a grill to to my sister for her new house. So I hope I hope that on Friday. And well, Black Friday came and I excited. In the morning after my English class, I reviewed the EPA page, but it didn't have discount. So I started to look an offer with credit cards and I didn't find, but I found an offer with Go Look application. This is a new app to you look the logo. I don't know how do you say logo.
Yes, the logo.
Okay, so I use it. With this app, I will get a discount of 20% in NEPA. So I downloaded the app and I completed my information. Then when I tried to buy in the app, it didn't permitting. So I call it to call center and it answered me that what happened. I explained my problem and the man asked me some more questions about the app. Then they told me that they should went to the EPA and buy my grill with discount. And then they will go to my house to deliver the grill. So I waited their call. And 2 hours later, the man called me again that they bought the grill. So he sent me. So the man sent me a link to pay, but when I reviewed the link, I saw that the price it was without discount. So I called he again and told him the problem, and he sent me a new link, and the and that is okay. Then I pay, and they told me that we'll send the grill next week. So I didn't have a good experience because for me it was very complicated to buy in this app. But I really appreciate that they look for how to solve me. Um, in the afternoon, I asked to my boss for the after off, and my boss told me yes. So I went to Multiplaza, and the place was full, but I found parking very quickly. The first store that I visited was Mac Cosmetic, because I know that I have an extra discount with Promerica credit card. So I went and I bought quickly my cosmetic, and it was good service and very quickly. Then my second store that I visited, I went to Victoria's Secret. In this store, I had to wait to enter the store, um, but it's very quickly too. When I was inside, I couldn't ask anyone the about the price. or the fragrance because all saleswoman was busy. So I select some fragrance and I went to cash. I don't know if it cash to cajero to caja
Cashier.
Here,
cashier. No, but no cajera, sino caja, only caja. Go to went to the caja,
the cash 10.
cash 10. Um, well, uh, in this, uh, I I waiting again, but I like the price of my product, so I it's no I it's no problem for me. Um, my last store, I went to Express and I bought some tops and jeans. It was good service too and good prices. Then I went to buy ice cream and went to my house. When I arrived in my when I arrived, my mom saw shopping and she louded and asked me about it. I say I only bought the necessary and your gift, and she gave me a. That's it. Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you. Let's give it up for her. I only bought the necessary, she said, and she bought a lot of things.
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's see. The first one is that you said in Black Friday, and it has to
Mm.
be on Black Friday. When you mention the days, you say on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and in this case it's Friday, so on Friday, but the only difference is that it's black. So on Black Friday. Then um, I want to buy, you said. I want to buy has to be in the past. I wanted or I wanted to buy. Then it is mainly pronunciation. It is not hoped, it is hoped. It is not called, it is called. The pronunciation is busy, busy, busy. And the last one is vocabulary. It's not cosmetic, it has to be makeup.
Mm,
Makeup. Yes?
okay.
But just that. In general, it was good, good, good. So you bought a lot of things.
Yes.
Good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next one. Let's see. We said that the third one was.
Luis,
All
it's
right.
Sí,
So
possible.
teacher.
let's listen to Luis. No, Alfredo or
Okay.
Luis.
No, I say in this moment, I guess Alfredo asked you before.
All right. So let's see. Hmm. Well, in the list here in the chat, Alfredo wrote that he would be the third one, Jaime the fifth one, the fourth one, sorry, Michelle the fifth one, Jordi the sixth one. So maybe Luis, you go after Jordi.
Okay.
All right. So let's see, Alfredo.
Okay. Okay, let me see. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm I'm talking about my last uh, visit to the malls on Black Friday. I guess that is my first time that I went to the mall in this day because I don't like when the mall uh, are very full for people, and plus in this moment for the pandemic. But well, I saw the promotion in the mall of Multiplaza, and I decided to visit. And the first, for me, this was a very bad experience. First, only for get a park, I think that I was looking for one for 1 hour, I think, and for me that's was a problem. The the second one, when I went to the shoe store, Hush Puppy shoe store, and the store was very full because they had a good promotion, and I decided to look for one pair of shoes. But when I was trying, or I couldn't try try one the try on the shoes because there was very full. And the other problem was the if you bought the pair of shoes in promotion, after that you can change for the promotion, and that was a problem because I couldn't try on. When I decide to pay the pair of shoes, the post didn't found the agent. All the agents were very busy in this moment, and was bad for me. And when I tried to pay, the post didn't found, and I went to the ATM to get the cash. And after that, I came back to pay, and well, finally, I bought this pair of shoes in promotion, and thanks God that the shoes are for my size, and I don't have problem for need to change, and only that.
Good. Good luck. Okay, so let's give it up for him. You're lucky. Now let's see. It is mainly structure and pronunciation. The first one is pronunciation is not pair, it's pair. Pair of shoes. Pair of shoes. Then something important is the word promotion, because promotion is like when you work and you have a promotion, you move to another position.
Okay.
So I guess in that case, when you are selling when you're selling yes, when you're selling it or you're buying products, that is like sales. Yes, sales. Then
Yes, you get first.
I you see what I told you? I'm having the problem right now.
The neighborhood.
Yes, I'm just checking the router and it is starting like blinking. I mean, it has to be blinking, but it stopped blinking now a little bit. So like that. Supposedly they have to be here in these days. So we are going to see. So I was saying the pronunciation is pair. Then the word promotion is more like related to work. Yes, when you go from one position to another one, you have a promotion at work. And when it is related to selling and buying, it is like sales. Yes, you have sales, and then you say didn't found. Didn't found has to be didn't find. Didn't find. Then you said this moment, but this moment is right now. In the past, that moment, that moment. And the last one is when you say try it on. Try it on is the verb, but you need to say try it on what? When I tried on, but tried what? When I tried on my shoes, when I tried on my, I know, my jeans and like that. So you mention the object. Or if you don't want to repeat the object, you can use it or them. So if it is an object in singular, when I tried it on, one object in singular. One object in plural, when I tried them on. When I tried them on. And like that. But the rest is good. And you were lucky. That was a good purchase.
Okay,
Good.
thank you.
All right, so next person would be Jaime.
Can you see my screen?
Yes?
Okay, thank you. Excuse me. Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm talking about bad experience in last purchase. One day in the afternoon, I wanted to see Barcelona's team, but it wasn't to be broadcasted on cable TV. So I thought that if I had a smart TV, I could hire IPTV service. IPTV is a service that gives you the possibility to watch a television channel of other countries. And I said, I have PayPal account to buy a smart TV. Then that night, when I went to bed, thinking about it. The next day, early in the morning, I woke up and I decided to buy a smart TV. And I decided a smart TV because I had enough money in PayPal. I turned on the computer and entered the online store. I won't say the name of the store to avoid bad publicity. I saw different brands and models, and I chose TCL brand, which following characteristics: a smart TV, 55 inches, 4K definition. But I had a doubt. Why is that model cheaper than other model with the same brand and features? Before doing purchase, I contact them by chat and ask that question. The answer was that the model is on sale. Well, I bought that smart TV and waited a few days for it to be delivered. 4 days later, the product finally arrived. My children and I were happy. We opened the box. When we opened the box and placed the TV on a piece of furniture. On a piece of furniture, I configured it and I began to download different apps to be able to watch my favorite games and movies after hiring IPTV service. Suddenly, the television showed a message that said the application to play movies required Android system. In that moment, I checked that the operating system and in fact, the system is different. I called the contact center immediately and I told them that about the problem, but they told me that model was in promotion for that reason, and I thought that happened to me for buying products on sale. And about the customer service, I think it was bad experience because I didn't receive good advice to select the product that satisfies my expectation. So that's all.
Good, good, Jaime. So let's give it up for Jaime. Good. Well, that was so bad, but I think that you need to buy another device to change it to Android system.
I can play the movies with no. I can play the movies if I have to connect another device.
Yeah.
For example, Fire Stick.
Mm-hmm.
I can play the movies
Exactly.
with that device.
Yes. Well, at least you have a solution. It's not the best one, but at least it works.
Yeah.
So, Jaime, you said, I'm talk about. I'm talk. It has to be I'm going to. I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about. Then pronunciation is purchase. Purchase.
Purchase. Okay.
Then you said chose, and it is chose. I chose in the past. Choose the present, chose the past. Then the rest, it was good. Good. Now, next one. Who's next?
I am teacher.
Are you sure, Michelle? Yes, you're fifth.
Yes. No.
Yes, you are. Who's number
Okay.
seven? Who's number seven? From number six, skip to number eight.
Who
Okay.
is the number 7?
Okay, so Lou is number seven. So Michelle.
Like the Asian.
Okay.
Okay. Um, can you see my screen?
Yes.
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 Okay. Good morning, everyone. I am going to talk about my cell phone. It is an iPhone 6S. I bought this cell phone in 2016. I remember that I was really happy because I wanted this cell phone and I liked its camera, the memory, the design, and dimensions. I preferred a small cell phone because it's easier for me to use. I talk with Siri all day, and she was very nice to me, and she always answered all my questions. I just needed to say, "Hey Siri," and I remember that this cell phone had 3D touch technology. It was very good. And I didn't like this battery life because it was only, I think, only 8 or 10 hours. But it wasn't bad. And I remember that the colors were rose gold, silver, black, and gold. And I loved the rose color. But when I went to a store, they didn't have this color, and I was really sad. But I was determined to buy it, and I remember the price was $400, and the color was silver. And I have been using this phone for 4 years, and I think it was worth buying because my cell phone has been dropped a lot of time, and the cell phone fell in the sea. And I remember when I did swimming, my cell phone fell in the pool too, and never failed me. And now my cell phone is broken and from the screen, but it works very well, and it's still alive. And I love it, and it's all teacher.
Good, Michelle, good. Thank you. Let's give it up for her. Good purchase. So,
Yes.
is that cell phone waterproof?
I don't remember.
Because
I don't
I don't
remember.
think iPhone 6 or 5 were waterproof.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Good.
In
Now,
this moment, Apple receive
This is
a
my.
multi.
I present you my cell phone. Yes.
it's still alive.
Yes.
Good. What did you say, Luis?
In this moment, Apple receive a multa because
I,
they liar with the waterproof phones.
really.
Good. Now, in pronunciation, Michelle, it's light. The past, light. It's not like it, it's light.
Light.
I
Okay.
liked the colors, I
Uh-huh.
liked the design, like that. Then you said they didn't have
How?
this color. They
They
didn't have
don't
this
have this
color.
color.
But you're not touching it, you're not you're not
Yes.
eating,
Yes.
so they didn't have that color.
That color. Yes.
And then never fail me. Never fail me has to be it has never, I don't know, it has never failed, or
Uh,
it has never let me down. Probably let me down is like dejar perder o abandonarte. So like that.
okay.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next one.
Well, my story is a weird story. because when the lockdown finished and they opened the economy and we try to to become the new normally with my wife, we were watching um, many websites to the stores, so we tried to buy in that moment shoes for my childrens because they are very proactive kids and they they need in that moment a new ones. And well, uh, until 4 or 5 days looking for that, we found the Siman stores, the a promotion, and well, we're happy about that. But uh, we paid, and I I went to the store and with the receipt. When I arrived to the Metrocentros Mall, security officers stopped me and said me where or what are I was in there. Uh, well, I explained that I I went to the cement stores and they said me go ahead, and I waited around 20 minutes at the pickup service of the store, and my surprise is the with the receipt is not the the order is list is ready to pick up. And well, I returned to my house and come back 2 days later. And when I come to the store and I wait around 10 minutes because the young people, the crew of the store, uh, don't don't find the package. And this is I remember because uh, I am very angry at that moment, but they gave me the bags or the package, and I run and go home in that moment. And well, it's a good experience because the shoes is better than the last one. And this is a behavior very weird because the situation is different at the normally.
It is. It is. Good. Let's give it up for Jordi. Now, Jordi, you said shoes. You said a shoes. Remember that is only one. When you say you're saying one. So in that case, you only say shoes. And then you say for my children's. Remember that children is plural. Child, singular. Children, plural, but no S. Then they need in that moment. They need in that moment has to be they needed in the past. Then you say we happy about that. We happy about that. We were. We were happy in the past. So I think that mainly the other things are the same. You need to check the verb in the past. You said I wait around 10 minutes. So it has to be I waited in the past. Um, they don't find the package. They didn't find the package. And I am very angry. I was very angry. So just try to check the verb that has to be in the past when you are talking about the past. Just that. Good. And at least, even if the situation was different, like a little bit complicated because you had to go home and then you had to return, but at least the product that you bought was good. at least. Good. So good job, Jordi. Next one. Next.
Me?
Okay.
Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, the name of the story is Claims, Complain, Fight, My Best Work. Well, my issue is in Tigo, but the old Tigo. Many years ago, I don't remember the exactly year, but I guess 20, 207 or 2007 or 2008 or 9. But in this moment, uh, I, I have a problem with my 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 service for my phone because I spent um, a lot of money in calls or connections, and I put the the pay of my account on Tigo in automatic automatic pay and month to month the Tigo charged the account on my on my card. Well, one day the service has a problem with my service because the account of the car is full, and the account the charge of the Tigo didn't happen. Well, the Tigo could well, and the Tigo cut my service. I in this moment I couldn't call for my family in Uruguay. Well, my my issue, my complaint was because I I I I went to the office of Tigo. In those in that moment, Tigo has a very big problem with the 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 service on the Tigo stores, and there are many lines in the Tigo stores, and you wasted your time a lot. The time is bigger. The time in that moment was uh, very bad. Well, I called many times at the service center to the to claim my to claim because I the account. I paid the account in cash, but the days before the account uh, was applied in the card too, and I paid 600 dollars more on my car. Well, I visit uh, a, 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 a Tigo store. I visit I visited a Tigo store many times, and uh, one girl, one account officer assist me many times. I was very angry. 3 months later, uh, Tigo gave me the money, and the account officer called me and gave me the money and gave me the money. Well, many years after many years before, in 19 and in 2016 or 17, I don't remember. I I was in a I was in a party in Ontigo because I I was I began to work in Tigo in 2013, but in this party many years later, uh, one girl uh, mm, uh, put in front of me in this party, and he 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 claimed me. It's impossible. You are here. It's impossible. You work in Tigo. Uh, she was very surprised because I fight. Uh, I fought uh, very strong in the past with her. That's all.
Okay, that was funny. So let's give it up for Luis. So Luis was complaining and complaining, and at the end, they saw each other at the party. Okay, good.
Karma.
Yeah, that's karma. So, Luis, you said my issue is Intigo. My issue is the present. My issue was in the past. Then, in this moment, I have a problem. In this moment, I have a problem. But the problem was in the past. So, in that moment, I had a problem. Then you said pronunciation is complain, and you said complain, but it is complain. Then you said here you used the correct word. You said in that moment, and that was good. But then you say in that moment, Tigo has a bad service. It has to be in that moment, Tigo had a bad service. Then, let's see. I think that sometimes you have the idea because you are saying the verb in the present, but then you correct it. So like give, and then you say gave, or fight, and then you said fought. So that is good because at least you're trying to remember that you have to use the verb in the past. Yes. So whenever you are talking about a situation in the past, remember that you use the verb in the past. Good. So thank you. Good job, Luis. And one suggestion. I know that your accent, and I don't know where you studied before, um, but I think that probably you received classes like with British accent or something like that, Louis?
Can you repeat, please?
I was asking you if you received classes in the past, like with someone who taught you in British accent.
Yes, I guess I received in the past. I received a class in British because in Uruguay many years ago the 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 best institute in Uruguay are British Anglo Anglo.
Okay,
I guess the
okay.
because I why do you ask me that?
Because the way that you pronounce the words is like if you're having British accent, but there is a little difference when you're speaking in that accent that makes that you don't pronounce the R. In British English, you don't pronounce the R. So whenever you watch a video and the video is in British, it says something like teacher. Instead of saying teacher, they say teacher. They don't pronounce the R. Uh, or when you said party, so I can
Mhm.
understand that it's party because in American it's
Yes,
pronounced
I say 20, not 20.
or words like that or parties, and so it is like party. But then you said later, 2 days later, so it has to be later. Later in American, and if it is British, they don't say later, they say later.
Later, later.
Later. They
Like
pronounce like
like German. German don't say the R to the end of the word
exactly. So it is like
to
that.
pronounce.
Now, my suggestion to this is just to pay attention to which sound you're going to produce. If you're going to have it producing those sounds like British or producing the sound like American, because sometimes it will sound a little bit weird if you are mixing the two things. You're pronouncing like British and then you're pronouncing like American, so it sounds like you are connecting the two things. It's like if you have two Spanish accents, let's say from Argentina and from, let's say, Dominican Republic. So they have two accents that are completely different. Imagine a person talking in Dominican Republic accent and the other one and the person at the same time is using like if he is from Argentina. So inside of the conversation, using the two things, it will sound like that. So my suggestion is to define which way you have to take or which one you want to take, the British
Okay.
accent or the American accent, so that you go in that way. That's my suggestion. Only my suggestion.
No, okay.
Yes.
I
Good.
take. I will take that.
Thank you. So next one. Who's next?
I,
Hi,
I,
All right. So you can project.
Francisco.
Okay, Francisco.
Second, share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Not right now. I guess Luis is still sharing the screen.
Okay.
There you go. So now you can do it. Yes.
Okay. Good morning, people. I'm talk about good experience shopping and bad experience shopping. And I'm gonna start with a good experience. And bueno, first of all, I have to say that I am a little bit shopaholic and I love shopping. And every year I save money to make a shopping trip. So I'm talk about the last trip shopping that it was last year. Um, Last year I made a shopping trip with my family to Tampa, Florida. So we spent 10 days uh, in there only shopping. Uh, we started our day about 9 a.m. and take a, we took a fast breakfast and we arrived to mall about 10, 10 a.m. So we stayed there until 9 p.m. Or maybe more. So in the um, in the last of day, in the end of day, sorry, uh, we bought a lot of things. So the last year, I bought a speaker music that is waterproof and is very powerful. It's a good shopping that I did, and I bought a video games, a lot of clothes, and there were a lot of discounts and sales. Usually I travel to Charlotte or Tampa because is where my aunt and my uncle live. Sorry, this is another trip that I made. And right now I'm talking about uh, this is a, sales that I saw in last trip. These earphones, the normal price is it was $1,000, but in this moment, in that moment, uh, it was a 30 dollars. And the bad experience shopping is it was always in US, and I remember with my family we was in Disney World and we spent all day in the park. So we were hungry and grumpy and we needed to eat something. So we bought a hot dog and the price of the hot dog was $11. Yes, $11 each one plus $5 for the soda. So we expected that the hot dog, the quality of hot dog was very high, but we was we were wrong with that, and the hot dogs uh, looked like choris, and the taste was horrible. So that was a bad experience that we had, and the another one is that I and it didn't fix her fix her. So that's this is my stories. Thank you.
Good, good, good. Good job, Francisco. Francisco, I couldn't get the last part that you said about this last object. What do you say? It didn't fix, or
It's, can you hear me?
yes?
It's a costume to my pet.
Okay, but at the end you said it didn't.
Fix her or fix it.
Oh, it didn't fit.
Fit, sorry, fit.
Okay,
Mhm.
good. Now you said at the beginning you said I'm talk about. I'm talk about. It has to be I'm going to. I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about. Then we started. We started our day 9 a.m. It has to be we started our day at 9 a.m. Then
Okay,
you said this part. You said $1,000, but it's not possible to
100,
say
sorry, 100, sorry.
exactly $100. It's not possible to say 1000. It's possible, but in an informal way. And do you know the meaning of $1,000?
1,000.
1,000.
Oh, thousand. Thousand.
$1,000. But it's informal like that. So it's different.
Okay,
Then you said we was in Disney World, and it is we
we
were
were.
we in Disney World. So just that. Good job. Thank you. Next one,
I
Winston.
okay. I share my screen. Please confirm me that you can see
Yes, your Toy Story.
my story. Yes. Okay. This is my story. This this story happened last weekend, and I got up early uh, in this weekend. Uh, it was a sunny day, a beautiful day, and I was happy because it was my birthday. For this reason, all good. And then I drove to my family house, but suddenly I was in traffic jam for 2 hours. In the normal time, I go to the family for 30 or 40 minutes, but in this case, I mm, I talk for 2 hours, and then I arrived in my family house. My mom cooked a delicious food for celebrate my birthday, and then my family uh, gave me a gift. It's a happy moment. It was a happy moment. And then our family put a karaoke in all sang a song. Uh, it was a funny moment, and the finish.
Okay, good. Well, at the end, it was like a good moment that you had. Good. Now let's see. You said in this weekend. the situation happened in this weekend, you said, but it's not this weekend, it was that weekend. In
And
that
that
weekend.
weekend.
Because
Okay.
this weekend is tomorrow.
Okay, okay. That weekend.
Then this one, I did like this, like if you would drink something because you said beer day, that it was your beer day. So if it is your beer day, it means that you will drink on that day. Beer. That's what I had this gesture, but I don't know if that is beer day or birthday.
Beer day and birthday. I don't I
Birth.
can I
Birthday.
birthday.
And I don't know why students always confuse this word, but always. But, and I will tell you this in Spanish. No sé por qué los estudiantes confunden esta palabra. Y cuando están en una fiesta y les dicen que van a cantar para partir el pastel, siempre lo cantan en inglés y lo cantan Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday. Y ahí están diciendo birthday. Pero cuando miran la palabra siempre dicen birthday. Entonces, acuérdense de cuando lo cantan no le dicen happy birthday, sino que le dicen happy birthday to you. Entonces,
Ah, okay.
de
Okay.
asimilarlo así. Luego dijo, I took for 2 hours. I took for 2 hours, and I guess it was like, it took me 2 hours.
It took me
It took me 2
2 hours.
hours to get to my house or like that. Then you said cooked, and it is not cooked, it is cooked.
Cook.
Then for celebrate, it has to be to celebrate. But yes,
Okay.
good. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next one.
Hey, teacher.
Who? Raul.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I want to speak about my history. It's a good history. At the beginning of the quarantine, I was facing a problem. The question was how I will to cut my hair because all barber shop uh, was closed. So I was exploring options. Finally, I decided to ask to my cousin to borrow me a hair trimmer. So he borrowed me that. In July, at the end of July, my cousin told me, please return my machine. And so the problem returned to me because the question was again how I, I will cut my hair. The problem in this moment was I asked some start asking to if they have a hair trimmer, but eventually it was empty. So I go to Amazon to buy a machine, a hair trimmer. That was the solution. My machine was delivered on August 24th. The cost was $59 with 59 cents. Uh, when I buy in Amazon or on another online site, I check the comments that another clients write in this site. In this case, the rating was very nice. As you can see, was 4.5 stars. So this rating helped me to decide to buy this machine. So it's a good machine. Today I am saving money because I cut my hair for without help. I cut my hair. So this is my history. I am happy with this machine. You can see this is my machine. This helped me to cut my hair today. I am saving money with this. Thank you.
Definitely. You save money. Good. So
Yeah.
good job. Let's give it up for Raul. Now, Raul, this is something that I mentioned at the beginning of the class today. I said the difference between history and story. So history is like I was saying when Monsignor Romero was killed, so that is part of the history. Or the first president in Salvador is part of the history. And the first, I don't know, the first person to go to the moon is part of the history too, and like that. Yes. So
Okay.
history is like something relevant for the country or the world, and story is something that is not relevant for the country or for the world. Then the pronunciation is not cousin, it is cousin. You have to
Cousin.
then this verb is important because in English, well, in Spanish, you have only one verb. In Spanish, you say, yo presto, yes, yo presto. Yo presto, tú me prestas. So the verb in Spanish is only one, and you say prestar. But in English, you have two verbs to say prestar.
Mhm.
Yes, one is borrow, and the other one is lend. Borrow means pedir prestado, and lend means dar prestado. So if you say he borrowed me, if you say he borrowed me, you are not saying él me prestó.
Yo le presté.
Él me pidió prestado. So it has to be he lent me. He lent me, let me mention what. Then I go to Amazon. I go to Amazon, but it was in the past. So went. I went to Amazon. And the last one that is super important is that you said that the product was rated like 4.5, but that punto that we say in Spanish in English has three names. The first one is that, what you said, that, but that is for internet. So you say www.elsalvador.com, internet. For numbers, you said point, 4.5, 3.2, 9.6, and like that. Yes? And the other one is when you are writing. When you are writing text, it is different. You say period. So the same word in Spanish, but has three words in English. You have that for internet, point for numbers, and period for text. Yes, just that. But good job, Rob. Good job. Thank you. Next one,
In teacher.
Walter.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. I talking about my last purchase. My friend Mr. James recommended the Fire TV. You remember his bad experience with his TV?
Yes.
Uh, okay. Uh, I went to RAF. I bought the Fire TV, and I went to my house. I opened the box and I connect the Fire TV on my TV. I started to configure the Wi-Fi, and I create my account. I log in my account with the Fire TV. After it start to update, I start download Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube, Facebook Watch. This app were the most used, and I like that. The next week, the next week I like download HBO app, but I didn't can download that. I investigated on internet, and I found the problem is you can install app don't available for your country. On the Fire TV, uh, you buy a lot of app were unavailable, and I felt very bad. My experience with the Fire TV was very well. The apps, uh, the apps what I use work very well, but the interface graphics weren't the better. That was complicated for my parents. With time, you get used to it. The last week, I don't love Disney Plus, and the apps and content were better. If you use Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, I recommend for you. Okay, that's all.
Good job. Thank you. Let's give it up for Walter. Good. Now, Walter, you said the pronunciation, you said purchase, but it's purchase. Purchase, purchase. Then you said the pronunciation, you said boat, but it is but. But. Because boat is bote for, for the ocean or the river. So the pronunciation is but. Then I connect is the present. In the past, I connected or I plugged. The pronunciation is not use. Use is the present. The past is used. You said I didn't can. I didn't can. Remember that can in the past is not possible to say I didn't can. You say I couldn't. Yes, I couldn't install. I couldn't do this and like that. The pronunciation is available. Available. And I configured, you said it is better if you say I set the fire stick and like that. Yes, but the rest is good. And probably the solution, Walter, would be if you change the country, like if you are in Mexico, maybe that could work. Probably give it a try. Okay.
Walter, do you recommend that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Next one. Next one.
I can be the next.
Okay, Carlos.
Did you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning. I'm going to tell you about my story, about experience story. But first, I'm going to tell you about my childhood. When I was child, I wanted to learn to play violin, and in my family, we didn't have the money for get class or to get on that type of instrument. So when I grow up and I start to work, I'm start to learn this instrument. In this year, I didn't get any classes because for the quarantine, and I in my house I can practice for the noise. So I'm start to investigate on internet, and I learn about type of violin. It's an electrical violin. This electrical violin you can blow the earphone and you can play without sounds, and you only listen the sound of the violin. Then you can practice in your room or everywhere you want. I searched it in AliExpress, and it was expensive. But I say I work, so I can pay that thing. For that, I work. So I'm waiting for the 11th of November. The 11th of November, AliExpress have um, a lot of lowers price and discounts. So I'm start to bought the violin, and I bought the deliver of DHL deliver package because this is a delicate instrument, so I need a private shipper, private package ship. After I think 10 days, I saw in the application the the seller didn't change the status of the boat, and I asked for that. They changed the state, but that happened. The seller told me about the status of the order and of the information, and they sent me by another postmail uh, for a public postmail. It's the name Singapore Postmail, and I pay for DHL Postmail. So I asked for that, and they only say they wanted to refund my money. So I'm trying to ask for why they wanted to refund my money, and they didn't give me any information. The application don't let me to refund that money because they changed that status 2 days. I saw no echo. Sorry. And at the end of that story, they refund my money, but I'm still waiting for that because AliExpress how that feature. They don't give the money to the seller at the end of the boat. So I waiting for AliExpress to refund my money, and that is my story. I'm just waiting for my refund of all the money.
Okay, I hope you get it. I hope you get it. Good, thank you. Let's give it up for Carlos. Good, Carlos. Well, just the first part you said we didn't have money for get class. We didn't have money for get class. It has to be we didn't have money to instead of for to get or to receive or to take a class. Then pronunciation you said quarantine and it is quarantine. Then the pronunciation is private. Then the pronunciation is public, not public, but public. And the last one No, there are two more. The other one you said the app or the application don't let me, and it has to be the application didn't, because it was in the past. Didn't let me, and if it is the present, the application doesn't let me. If it is the present, if it is the past, didn't. Then at the end of the I don't oh, at the end of the but. At the end of the but you said, and it is at the end of the purchase. Yes, at the end of the purchase, this, and this, and this. But it was good. And it is an interesting object. Does it work?
Yes.
Okay. What about the quality?
Uh, I think it's I know for the price it's not kind of analogic violin, but it's
What was the
similar.
price?
Um, I don't remember. Maybe 200.
Okay, but it's an interesting instrument.
Yes.
I had never heard about something like that. But it's a good idea for those who really want to practice at home because
Yeah.
of the noise. Good, good. Thank you. Next one.
I think that be me.
All right, so let's listen to Rodrigo.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about my experience. It's also with AliExpress. So it was it all started on December of the last year. I bought some cell phone covers and they were supposed to come like in January, first week of February. It well, it didn't happen because it was when all the pandemic and all the quarantine started, and it came from China. So when I bought it, there wasn't so much problem. But when they tried to send it from China to other countries, the airport was in a lockdown, and I didn't receive the package. In fact, let me see. I have here the text that I was speaking with the people of the store, and they told me that they were sorry, that I have to wait, and I waited, but it that there were like weeks and months, and I forgot about the package. They even refund me. This was the cover that I bought. They even refund me the money, and I thought everything was over there. But in I think it was in May, I received an SMS text from the post office from my city. The thing was that the package was there, and well, I went, I paid, and I got my cover, I got my package, and I got a refund because it came like 5, 7 months after the time that was in in the page and the time we agreed in the text. So I got my but I went to the post office, I got my package, I got everything, and first I was like neutral or slightly satisfied, but then I got really satisfied because I got what I wanted, and this is the cover. So it was like a bittersweet experience because it came like 8 months later, but I didn't pay for it. So that's my experience. That's my story.
Good, good. Thank you, Rodrigo. Let's give it up for him. Good job. So, Rodrigo, only one, two, three things. The first one you said on December, but you don't have a date. When you don't have a date, you say in December. If you have,
Okay,
if you have the date,
I didn't remember the specific date, but I think it was the first week of December.
no, but if you only say December, it's okay, but you need to say in December. in December. In December,
Okay.
a specific date. If you have a date, so then you say on. Then the pronunciation is not receive, it is receive, receive. And the last one, the pronunciation is not taught, because taught is the past of teach. So the past of think is thought, thought. So with the th at the beginning, thought. Good. Now, last one. Who wants to be the last one? Last one, last one.
Me, teacher.
Okay, so let's listen to Oscar. Good job, brother.
Can you see my computer on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to talking about my purchase. Last month, I bought a GPS bike computer. The price in Amazon is $79.99. But I bought the product in the Aeropostale website, which is a company to bring product from the USA. The price the price to charge me to bring the product was in Aeropostal is 116.93 dollars. It's a why the price is what going to bring the is I want to bring the to pick up in the store. If I want to bring to my house, the price was $130. So I better to choose to go and pick up the store. The time to bring the product was about 10 days. I think it's a good time and a good price for the charge to bring the product. And the payment method can be used by credit card, or you're using a PayPal account. So I recommend to use the Aeropostal Pay if you want to bring things from the USA. Thank you.
Good, good. Thank you, Oscar. So let's give it up for Oscar. Good job. Now, Oscar, a little bit quickly. You said, I'm going to talking about, and it has to be, I'm going to talk about. Then the pronunciation of buy in the past is bought. You don't pronounce like th at the end because it's not th, it is ht. So the last sound is t, bought. Then you said, if I want to bring, if I want, because it was in the past, if I wanted or if I wanted. Then the pronunciation is account, account. But just that. Good. Now, the attendance, the rest of people, there are like 5 people missing, so you will pass on Monday. We will have class at the beginning, and then we will have the presentations for those that are missing. And as a homework, just complete the exercises that you have for unit number 3 in week 3 and the evaluado. So let's start. Isaac is not here. Hazael,
Present.
Rodrigo,
Present.
Carlos,
Present.
Osvaldo,
Present.
Fredo, Elizabeth. Well, Elizabeth is there. Jordi,
Present.
Winston,
I'm here.
Nathalie,
Present.
Francisco, Well, Francisco's there. Rene?
Present.
Well, he's there. Luis?
Hola.
Roxana?
Present.
Yeah, Karen is not here. Oscar?
Present.
Raul? Jaime?
Present.
Present.
Carla? Walter?
Present.
Michelle?
Present.
Ken is
Present.
here and Brian is not here. Okay, guys. So
Luis Liotti present.
yes, Luis Liotti present. So I see you all on Monday. Remember to be early on Monday because INSAFORP is counting minutes that you are missing. So try to be on time. I see you on Monday and have a nice weekend. Bye, guys.
Have a nice
Yes.
weekend
Thank you.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.